It's time to make money your number one employee. This is the Extremely Opinionated podcast, where regular people get to share their extreme opinions about finance, investing, business, startups, and more. With your host, Dr. Travis Davis. He's always searching for his next ace.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Dr. Hustle here, back with you again with yet another episode of Extremely Opinionated, the podcast dedicated strictly for hustlers who are hustling at an elite level. It's for all of my amazing entrepreneurs out there that are ready to take your hustle to another level. This is what this is all about, and you're going to hear some extreme opinions about what's going on. If you guys are new to the show, make sure you check out extremelyopinionated.com so you can get all of the show notes. And I have some amazing offers up there for some tools that I use. Definitely one of them with ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is an amazing application that's web-based. I encourage you all to check that out. And when you guys do purchase ClickFunnels there on my site, I will be providing you with 90 days of coaching to go along with that. So if you guys decide to check out ClickFunnels, it is a 14-day free trial. But like I said, if you do decide to go get the full package, I will be assisting you to make sure that you guys know what's going on. But let's get into it. I know it's been a little minute. I apologize, guys. A lot has been happening in business and with my coaching. We've been blowing up, rebranding myself, really diving down into the Dr. Hustle. So you guys will definitely see a lot of changes. If you've been following me before, we restructured everything. And we will be having a workshop coming very soon to teach you guys exactly, how I restructured everything for my business, how my team is getting me going. And we want to provide all of that for you so you can get your business going up and operating online and generating yourself some income so you can become financially free. But today's episode of what I really wanted to dive into was knowing your value. And it's extremely important that we understand as human beings, we have a value that is out of this world. And the reason why I know that our value is out of this world is because in the Bible, the first part of the Bible, it states that God made us an image of Him. And I could ask you guys right now, what would you pay, right, to talk to God? Like, what would that price tag be? If you knew that you could have a conversation with God and He could answer your questions, it would be priceless. Like, you would empty out your bank account. Like, we've heard God is the genie, right? Well, if we're made in an image of Him, then our value has to be of abundance. We have to consider ourselves just like Him. We have to start to think bigger. And in order to get to that place to where you can perceive yourself as more than $15 an hour, $20 an hour, $50K a year, $100K a year, like you're worth 10 times that amount. And in order to get there, you have to educate yourself more. You have to learn more things. The more stuff you learn, the more your value increases. And you're probably thinking like, well, I went to school, I learned all of this stuff, like I know stuff. Well, let me tell you, you learn what the government taught you. The government is teaching millions of kids the same stuff every day. You're not doing anything different. You're not figuring out what your niche is. You're not even figuring out what it is that you were put on this earth to do. Because, I wasn't put on this earth to play in the NFL, although I wanted to. That wasn't my dream. That's not why God put me on this earth. So I had to realize that by playing football. and understanding, breaking my leg, and knowing football, that wasn't my calling, right? Like, that ain't my thing. And you won't understand what your thing is until you keep doing stuff. Like, you have to continually do different things until you figure it out what it is that you love to do. And when you figure out what you love to do, you go all in on it. And you go all in on it by first finding a mentor or a coach who's where you want to be in that niche, because they can take you to the next level. They've already been there. They've done it. They are the specialists. So you want to get yourself tied with the specialist. And that's in anything, whatever you want to do. The specialist knows the answers. Get yourself in tune with the specialist. I like to call him the doctor. It's like golf, right? People always say that they can play golf. Like, it's not that hard of a sport. I see them go out there on the golf course and they're just shanking it. And I see them do this for a whole year, just shanking it. And they never went to go see the doctor. They kept talking to their buddies and friends on their golf swing. You got to go talk to the doctor about your golf swing. Your buddy and friends, they not professionals. They can't tell you how to correct your golf swing, but the doctor can. And the doctor is the one who's been playing the pro-ams for the last 10 years. He knows how to swing a golf club. You go talk to him, not irrelevant people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. And that will expedite everything that you ever wanted. So when you get that, when you learn this information and you start doing your due diligence, you're going to naturally understand, hold up. I'm worth more than $50,000. I'm worth more than $100,000. I mean, think about this. $100,000. If you make $100,000 a year, they're telling you that in 365 days that you can only make $100,000. I think that's 5,900 hours a year. Okay, you can only make $100,000. Do you hear that? No. Do you guys understand? If you make $100,000 a year for 365 days, that's a little over 5,900 hours. You're making $5.90 per hour of your life. Every hour of your life for 1 year, it costs $5.90. I don't know about you, but I cost a whole lot more than $5.90 an hour. That's me, right? Like, you got to pay me more than that. I create my value. And if you don't understand my value, that's fine. I'm going to go find the person who does understand my value. That's the other piece to this puzzle. Once you can create your value and you know it's there, you feel that your value is there, now you go find the customer who wants to pay you for your value. Do not try to promote yourself to everybody. It won't work. You have to find your small tribe who understands that value that you created and they're willing to pay. You do that by consistently talking, having a plan, and every hour that you are awake, you execute that plan every day, no matter what. It's going to be ups, it's going to be downs. Things ain't going to work. You make adjustments and you keep proceeding forward, because once again, you and only you can understand your value. Never, ever, ever let anyone tell you what your value is. The majority of us at work, at a job, they're telling us what our value is. I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying don't have a job. Don't be complacent, okay? Because that job can go away tomorrow. And if you never did anything to raise your value, guess what? Your job is gone, you're back on the market, and your value 9 times out of 10 is going down. All because you allowed that entity to tell you what your value is. You could have been working on the side, raising your value while you're working at that entity. So when you did leave that job, well, that job paid me $50,000 a year. I made another $50,000 a year doing my own thing. So now, yeah, my value is $100,000 for the next opportunity because I already did it. I know how to make it. They can't tell you anything else. So I challenge all of you guys listening today, raise your value, educate yourself, look at YouTube, and I promise you, you'll learn new things that can make you more money. That's all I have for you guys on this episode of Extremely Opinionated. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check out some of the old episodes on extremelyopinionated.com. Don't forget, there are specials there for you to sign up for the amazing software that I use myself, ClickFunnels. If you do sign up for that, I will be giving you coaching to go with that, as well as if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Email me info@officialtravisdavis.com. If you want to get a Tesla, make sure you go to yourelitefleet.com and you'll see a link up there that says I want a Tesla. Order your Tesla there, and me and you both get amazing deals from Tesla. Trying to think. Also, I have some amazing content that's starting to drop with our whole new rebranding. Every day of the week we're going to have information, but when you check out extremelyopinionated.com, you'll see the links for all of my other days for information. But don't forget, once again, you guys need help out there. I'm here to help. I'm the doctor of hustle. If you want to increase your hustle today, preferably on the internet like I'm doing, hit me up. I have a special package for you that I'll build your website, I'll create your logo, and I'll put you straight on the A path to creating success online. That's all I have. I'm Dr. Hustle. Make sure you tune in next week for another episode of Extremely Opinionated. And tell a friend. Don't forget, like, share, and comment on these shows. The more likes, the more shares, the more comments that can be received, the more work that I can do to help each and every one of you guys out. But I'll talk with you later.
Thank you for listening to the Extremely Opinionated podcast. Keep learning from the show by visiting officialtravisdavis.com or by following Dr. Travis Davis on Instagram @officialtravisdavis. Now, go make your money work for you.